Good morning. But isn't cheese fattening? That is what came up over the weekend when I was chatting to someone about actually what I was eating. And I just wanted to discuss this morning over the next 3 to 5 minutes or so. Because these types of things come up, like demonizing foods. And the conversation went a bit like this, in that we got a cheese board. There was lots of leftover cheese board. So I was like, right, some cheese for a few days now. And of course, cheese on its own is probably higher in calories than many other foods. However, if you apply context to this, is cheese fattening? By default, on its own, no, because it depends what you have overall in the day. Now, I'll give you an example of this and how nutrition can seem quite confusing, but actually quite simple. Let's say I'm having a conversation with someone, hey, Carol, and they have Greek yogurt, but they want to have the full-fat yogurt because they believe it's more natural and better for you. Now, it's exactly the same like saying I won't eat normal cheese, I'll only eat full-fat cheese. However, a lot of people do eat 0% Greek yogurt. Now, all this is you've just skimmed the fat from the yogurt, and then they just top it back up with milk, and then they skim the fat again. So obviously you need more protein. There's more calcium in 0% yogurt. And providing it's like the Greek, the natural yogurt, there's actually no added sugar in there. Hey, Sue. And I'd explain how, what I'm doing, I'll have, if I just wanted to swap something or add something in my diet, eat a bit more cheese at that time to compensate and keep things a balance, you know what, I might switch to 0% yogurt so that I have a bit more fat allowance that should allow for the cheese. Similarly, if someone likes peanut butter, seeds, nuts in a yogurt dish, maybe like a granola thing, if you had 0% yogurt, you're actually allowing for more fat intake across the day. So you're compensating like that. And to just say that cheese is fattening, yes or no, can you see how that's really depends on what you do, how many calories you eat over the day, probably what types of cheese you eat, because some are a lot more moreish than others. For example, if you take brie, even half a triangle is about 300 calories, which when you actually think about it, isn't actually that much when you consider most people's bowls of cereal are about 300 to 400 calories. Now, of course, it's what you have with it as well. But if you're just want that taste, like some of the things I recommend are like omelettes, because you can just kind of get that taste, the cheesy taste, without having lots of it. You could mix it with like grapes, of course, celery sticks, carrots, things like that. So you're still getting that crunch and you're not just like going, oh my God, I've just eaten so much cheese. And you're getting a lot of fiber with it. Pickles go really well with it, like actual pickles, because you're going to get the fermentation. It's quite filling as well. So foods that when you partner it with it, it's not that you're giving it up, but it's when you partner in it, these foods are going to help keep you full up as well. Not to mention, you are going to get some protein, calcium. It's a fermented food, so generally digested okay. But also you get the benefits of gut health. Like most of the benefits from dairy probably do come from the fermented type, like yogurt and cheese. Because of that, we know the gut health benefits of that as well. So is cheese fattening? In short, it depends on whether that takes you over your calorie allowance or under. And that depends on a lot of things, your food throughout the day, your snacking habits, your food habits. But ultimately, something to consider is if restricting the cheese all the time means that you almost want cheese more and you end up having something else, and perhaps you're hungrier than normal, now you just snack on other stuff more, then we've got to consider actually what's the better option here. And a good way to do this is to ask the question, what's the alternative? Okay, if I don't have cheese, what do I have instead? What's the better option? And then we can get into it in a bit more detail. Okay, how often do you need cheese? Do you want cheese in your diet? How often do you need it to be happily satisfied? Well, as long as if I have the choice to eat it. Because now we're talking about setting expectations which align with that monkey on your shoulder, which might say, but you're missing out if you can't do it now in the run up to Christmas because you're missing out on cheese. You can't, but actually you're not. How much cheese do you actually need to be happily satisfied? Well, as long as when we have a cheese board, I can have some cheese. Cool. How about that? I eat cheese when we have a cheese board. Yeah, that stops me picking. That stops me actually going, oh, I want cheese, but I shouldn't have cheese. And actually, when we have the cheese board, I actually enjoy it, because that's actually when I want the cheese board, when I want the cheese, not just to pick it, but I just feel like as soon as I mention the word, oh, I need to do something better, I need to be better, I need to be healthier, I need to be fitter, I start craving cheese. And we went into this, and we concluded that for her, she's just going to give herself permission to have cheese. If she wants it, she doesn't have to, when there's a cheese board in the house. When she goes to a friend's house and there is cheese there. But she's just not just going to pick at it, etc. And she's happy with that. And it's made her realise that actually she doesn't want to pick it. She just picks it because, well, there's cheese in the fridge, and she feels like, oh, a little bit won't hurt when, in between meals, and a little bit won't hurt there, a little bit there, but she's stacking, biting, but not actually enjoying it, and actually she's feeling a bit guilty afterwards. And then not even enjoying it when they have a cheese board, because she's like, oh, I've already eaten some cheese. Isn't it funny, our relationship with food? So sometimes you've got to simplify things down, talk things through, because we can come to an answer like this. And this isn't perfect. This is specific to her. And that's one of the key things when it comes to nutrition. So I hope that helps. Enjoy your cheese. Focus on your goals, your one rule. Make it simple, because simple gets done. And just consider, what's the alternative? Okay, if I don't eat cheese, what do I have instead? What could I partner with the cheese to make me a bit more full up? Be it like an omelette, eggs, be it pickles, carrots, celery. Like, it's a good opportunity to get quite a lot of vegetables in. I went somewhere not too long ago. They had a camembert with pickles. I couldn't believe how well that went. But it definitely slowed you down. Pickles, we know, do have quite a filling effect. Fermented as well. So I hope that helps. Any questions, as always, do let us know. We are starting our pre-Christmas habit challenge from today. So if you want more information on that, do comment with Christmas below, and I will see you soon. Take care.